The next flow ion ear knife comes in two different versions. The first version is utilizing a standard ear knife coupled with an anti-static bar. The second version is using the extreme air blade ear knife coupled with a static bar. The extreme air blade ear knife is much more efficient with energy consumption and operates more quietly, and therefore tends to be more popular. However, the standard air blade with the static bar works just as well and is also still utilized in many applications. The ion air blade ear knife is used to remove static from a surface when the static bar cannot be placed close to the surface. So it operates at a distance away from the surface that is statically charged. Secondly, because there is a flow of air with a very high velocity and a laminar flow, you can effectively remove the dirt and debris that is sticking to the surface because of static from a statically charged product, cleaning the product. The other advantage of utilizing an air blade ear knife with a static bar is that because you create a laminar flow of air, in some applications where the speeds are very high, say on a rapidly moving web or very highly charged surface, one of the things that you can do with the ions that are in this flow of air from the air knife is to have that flow of air hugging the surface of this moving web, thereby having these ions hugging the surface of this statically charged web, giving it more time to reduce or eliminate that static charge. So in some cases where you have an extremely fast-moving surface, if a static bar does not by itself remove the charge, simply because the surface moves by the static bar so quickly it doesn't have time to have the charge removed. There's just not enough time for the ions that you need to remove the charge to be able to contact the surface. In this way, by having this flow of air hugging the surface, you keep that surface in contact with these ions for a much longer period of time to be able to remove and possibly eliminate the charge from that surface. But the primary purpose of these ion air blade ear knives is to clean statically charged surfaces. And they clean very effectively because they use a minimal amount of energy. In fact, in most cases, you can utilize an air blade ear knife with the static bar with as low a compressed air pressure as 20 to 25 pounds per square inch, which means you're only utilizing perhaps as low as 1 CFM per inch of air knife. So they're very effective and very efficient and very compact in their ability to remove static charge from a surface and to clean a statically charged surface. One of the main reasons to consider the next flow air blade ear knife is the fact that the air knives themselves are extremely efficient. The second thing is that there's more than one type of static bar. When you have an extremely high charge on a surface, you would probably want to utilize or may need to utilize a much stronger static bar, or rather a bar that produces more of these anti-static ions. NextFlow has two different ranges of static bars for this. There's a standard static bar, which is used for most applications, but for extremely high charges, there's what we have we call it the XXX static bar that is combined with the ear knife to be able to much more effectively remove static charge and to clean the surface of a very highly charged surface.